How's it going, everybody? Nathaniel from RCInsight here, and 2023 is already nearly at a close. Every LEGO set of 2023 has now been released and is available. This has been quite the year for LEGO collectors. There have been a lot of incredible LEGO sets. LEGO's tried some new things, experimented with some different types of sets, and I think they've made some real gems this year. There are some sets that are absolutely phenomenal. So in this video, I want to go over what I think the top 10 best LEGO sets of 2023 are. Let's not waste any more time and just jump straight into this. And now, obviously, this is a subjective list and ranking, so let me know what your guys' top 10 LEGO sets are for 2023 in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and which sets are your favorites. Starting off at number 10 for me is the LEGO Super Mario Piranha Plant set. Now, this is just a really nice set. It does a lot of things well. The first thing for me is that it's a great display piece, but it's also at a super affordable price. I've loved all of the other 18 plus Mario sets, but all of them have been huge and expensive. And this one manages to maintain that high level of detail, look like it just great on your shelf, while also being a really affordable, a much easier scale to display. And in general, I'm just a fan of these highly detailed, adult-oriented sets that are at a much more affordable price point and just at a scale that makes them much easier to display as well. Being a big Mario fan, this set just really works for me, so it comes in at number 10. At number 9, we have the LEGO Lunar New Year display, and this is a bit of an interesting one because, well, personally, I'm a huge fan of the Lunar New Year sets. I have all of them on display in my cabinet behind me. You can't quite see it from this angle, but they're there. I grew up in Hong Kong, and so I have sort of Chinese New Year and just Chinese culture themed things spread throughout my studio. It's just a culture that I have a real affinity for and an appreciation for growing up there. And this Lunar New Year display set, it manages to just, again, balance that size and scale really nicely. It's at a decent price point, and I just think it's a really great display piece. Obviously, this is not the type of set that you're building for play. It's 100% a display piece through and through, but it looks great on my shelf back there. The details are super cool. The way it's built, it's just something very different for LEGO. And so this is obviously a set that I don't think is going to be on the radar for a lot of people. But for me, it just hits that spot. Is a really cool mix of display piece, unique building techniques, not overpriced, that really makes this set work. Coming in at number 8, we have the LEGO Star Wars Executor Super Star Destroyer. This is the first of the LEGO Star Wars MIDI scale 18 plus sets. There are rumored to be more coming in 2024, which really excites me because I think this set is absolutely excellent. A great size, a great price point, a pretty good price to piece ratio, and still an epic display piece. It manages to capture all the details that I would want out of a Super Star Destroyer set in a scale that is just way smaller and way more reasonable than, for example, the UCS Star Destroyer. It's a clean and compact design, and I'd argue that because a ship like this is all gray, the small scale is actually more favorable than the 3,000 piece Super Star Destroyer from years ago. It's a really excellent set, and you'll notice a theme of these sets lower down are that they are quality display pieces and still adult-oriented builds, but at a much more reasonable price point. Again, this one does a great job at that, and I can't wait for more MIDI scale Star Wars sets in the future. Coming in at number 7 is a set that might surprise you. It's the LEGO Friends Botanical Garden. Now, I know you probably weren't expecting LEGO Friends to get on this list, but this has been a surprise sleeper hit of the year. I've seen it actually on a lot of LEGO YouTubers lists, so maybe you were expecting it. Either way, LEGO Friends has been a great theme for a long time, and they continue to step up more and more. At this point, I am definitely much more of a fan of LEGO Friends than I am LEGO City in terms of the quality of sets. I've always loved building sets, and yeah, this one just looks excellent. I mean, it's got a really cool design, a great color scheme. It's just an excellent display piece. Again, it hits that spot at a very good price to piece ratio, a reasonable price point. I'm really not sure what else there is to say about it. It's just all around a really good set. And for people who really like display sets that can also be play sets, can go in a city, all that sort of thing. This is not exclusively an adult oriented set. It's not exclusively a display set. And so it's got that going for it as well, which elevates it in the rankings. Coming in at number 6 is what I believe to be the greatest value set of the year. It's the LEGO Ideas Viking Village, and this set is truly amazing. At over 2,000 pieces for just $130 US. It's $170 in Canada. Either way, still very, very good. It has been a very long time since we have gotten a set of this value, if ever, quite honestly. I don't know that we've ever gotten a set that is this great of a value for this sort of mature of a Lego set that just looks so fantastic as a display piece. It can be a play set as well. It can fit into a bunch of themes. It's the Viking Village, but to me, it also could fit in like any medieval setting. It could work with Lord of the Rings. It kind of gives me some Rohan vibes, which really works for me. Yeah, this is an incredible set. I had a blast building it. Great building techniques, great design, fantastic display piece, but that price is really unquestionably the best part. That to me makes this really one of the few absolute must-buy sets of the year. Coming in at number 5, we have a LEGO art set, The Great Wave. This is one of the few sets from this list that I don't actually own, but I can really appreciate it nonetheless. LEGO art had a great year, in my opinion, really mixing it up with new styles and different types of sets. And this one has a great value still, I think, in terms of price to piece ratio, but where it really shines is in that display value, departing from that traditional 1x1 stud LEGO art technique and mixing in a variety of other bricks and building techniques, creating a really nice looking frame in a way that differs from a lot of the existing art sets. And so it manages to be both new and fresh for the LEGO art theme, while also just being a fantastic display piece. I mean, at the end of the day, it is literally a LEGO picture that you can hang on your walls and will look classy, it will look elegant. At least I think so. Really an excellent set, and I just think it is absolutely deserving of a spot on the top 10. I hope to see LEGO art continuing down this path in the future because they definitely elevated their game in 2023. Coming in at number 4 is the LEGO Icons Concord. Now, this is a set that when it was first revealed, I thought was fine. I wasn't amazed by it, but having had the chance to get my hands on it and see it in person, as well as see a lot of the reviews for the set, as time has gone on, I've started to realize just how incredible this set is. Not only is the design sleek, elegant, classy, and just frankly impressive how they've managed to create such a solid Lego set with these crazy dimensions, the functions that they have within the set, the attention to detail within the set, the way everything comes together and works, the build techniques, all of that is really excellent. It's a great display piece. It seems like it's a great challenging build for those who are adult Lego builders, and also just in general an excellent display piece for anyone who's into, aviation, planes, and flying. No question it is the best plane set Lego has ever done, and so just that alone is going to give it a broad appeal for a lot of people. Since its release, I've just grown to appreciate this set more and more, and it's definitely one of the best sets of 2023. Rounding out the top 3 is another LEGO Ideas set. It's the Insect Collection. Now, this was one of my favorite LEGO Ideas sets that actually won the submission. And hey, the final product, I actually think even improved upon the submitted design even more. I just love the butterfly design, especially the praying mantis looks great. The beetle also looks like a lot of fun, but what really works for me is the display stands that they're on, a very botanical collection-esque vibes. It works really well, serves as an excellent display piece. Again, the building techniques and design here is off the chart, which is just something that I really enjoy. Anytime I get to see unique designs and ways of building things, I'm a huge fan. Wrap that all up with a pretty affordable price as well, and a set that is pretty easy to display. This one hits the mark. It just does everything right. It's, to me, the epitome of new Lego done well. And yeah, at that, it comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, our runner-up is the Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle and Grounds set. Now, it should be no surprise to you at this point that I'm a big fan of sort of fantasy, medieval fantasy especially, castles, all that sort of stuff really, really hits the spot for me. Last year's Lion Knight's Castle was my favorite set of the year, so no surprise that this Hogwarts Castle and Grounds set makes it to number 2 because it combines that fantasy and castle style builds that I absolutely love with the trend that LEGO started in 2023 of doing micro scale builds. And now this is not a small set by any means. There's a lot of parts in it and a pretty good value too. But again, it's in a much more manageable scale. They can still capture all of the details you would want and more. I actually think the details here are better than the 6,000 piece Hogwarts Castle, which I also own. The details here, they get right. It's a great display piece. It's much more easy to fit on your shelf. Again, coming back to displayability being a huge factor here. The set just hits on all the points. I mean, really, it is virtually perfect. And in most other years, this set would probably be my number 1. I mean, I think that it is by far the best look and recreation of Hogwarts Castle we have had to date, and that's gotta count for something. However, the number 1 set this year is just so fantastic and amazing that, well, it could never be anything else. But before we get to it, quickly, let's run through some honorable mentions, some sets this year that were still really fantastic, hit on many of the points I've mentioned already. Great play sets, great display sets, great value, great price, whatever it might be. These sets have all of that. They just weren't quite as good as the 10 that have made this list. So my honorable mentions for 2023 are the LEGO Icons Jazz Club, the LEGO Icons Winter Village Collection Alpine Lodge, the LEGO Icons Tranquil Garden, the LEGO Disney Little Mermaid Royal Clamshell, the LEGO Dreams Nightmare Shark Ship, and the LEGO Ninjago Temple of the Dragon Energy Course. All of these sets have elements that I really love, especially the icon sets, making great display pieces. This year's Winter Village set is one of my favorites, as is this year's modular, in fact. They're excellent sets. I just feel the sets on the top 10 did better. So those are my honorable mentions. And with that out of the way, let's get into my number 1 set of the year. It could never have been anything else. You can maybe see it in the corner there behind me. It is the LEGO Lord of the Rings Rivendell set at over 6,000 pieces. This is just a brilliant display set. It's the return of the Lord of the Rings theme to LEGO. And, well, Lord of the Rings is my favorite book of all time, or certainly my favorite fantasy world of all time. So, yeah, this was always going to be number 1. Like the Lion Knight's Castle from last year, it just goes above and beyond in terms of detail and scale and size and just fun little Easter eggs and features, and it's just a breathtaking set. I just will sit down on the sofa behind me and I'll just look at this set because it's absolutely gorgeous. We get the entire fellowship, we get the Council of Elrond. I mean, what else could we ask for? There's so many fantastic moments from Lord of the Rings that are recreated in this set. I was originally hoping for a micro-scale Rivendell, similar to what we saw with the Hogwarts Castle and Grounds, and I'm still kind of hopeful that we will get that one day, but yeah, this version of Rivendell is absolutely incredible. It's among my favorite sets of all time, and unquestionably the best LEGO set of 2023. So that is my ranking, guys. I'm going to leave this video here. As I said at the start, let me know down below what your rankings are, what you think of my picks. If you like the video, please leave a like. It's a great way for you to show your support. Subscribe for more content like this. I have tons of LEGO-based content on my channel, and you can expect a worst 10 LEGO sets of 2023 to be coming soon as well, so you're not going to want to miss that one either. So subscribe, check out my channel, and with all that said, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I will see you all in the next one.